All right, guys, welcome to another dad approved review. This is the Gerber MP600 and a quick review as to initial impressions about this item, this tool, this multi-tool that Gerber makes. It's got a long history, and one of the selling points of it is that a lot of our armed forces, our personnel who are serving for our wonderful country, they are issued the Gerber MP600. And primarily, it's because of the one-handedness. It is so slick. You hit the buttons on the side, and by its weight alone, it drops out. And it's an incredibly nifty device. And they did a really good job of designing it so that when you need it, you can just hit the button and it slides open. This is not a spring-loaded plier set, but you know what? For what it is capable of doing, I'm very impressed with it. And my initial impression with it, I gotta say, I'm quite pleased. I thought that it was gonna be flimsy because of the moving parts. I thought it was gonna be lightweight. I thought it was gonna feel plasticky or like a toy, but it doesn't. It's metal, it's solid, and I'm actually relieved that not only does it have a sliding mechanism to open and shut, but the plier head itself feels pretty sturdy. I mean, it's got some nice weight and heft to it, and I think that it's gonna do what I need it to do. I'm very pleased with it. Let's go over some of the specs. All right. First of all, if you order it, I ordered the Gerber MP600 Basic, right? Because they've got variations of this tool. You can get different kinds of tools attached to this Gerber. But I got the basic one because it had a lot of multi-tools. It also comes with a sheath that it sits in. This is the package that it came in. You can see here. It's just a basic package. And it's got a little bit of the descriptions, and it says made in USA, but the parts I believe are from another country. So we have here the Gerber MP600 and a couple of big selling points, right? The main one being the one-handed opening, and it does work really great. I'm very impressed to have a sturdy tool like this, to be able to move so sleek like that. And the one-handed operation alone, that's an attribute, because how many times have we been working on things where we're using our left hand to hold something up or grab something and you don't want it to drop, and so you pull it out with your right hand, the tool, and that one-handed opening is amazing. The other thing about this Gerber is that it comes with a 25-year limited warranty. They back their products, and I know that if there's an issue, I can always send it back in and that they'll take care of it. So, I look for things like that. Leatherman, Gerber, Benchmade. I look for companies that have really good warranties. Same with Kershaw, because if I put down that money, I want to make sure that I'm going to be taken care of if there's an issue. Right. The other selling point of this multi-tool is that there are locking tools. Now this one has a plastic portion. All of it's metal, but here there is a little bit of plastic to pull down. It's spring-loaded, and when you pull it down, you can pull out the multi-tools that are seated inside the housing of the handle. Right. The other thing, the MSRP is for $72. You can find it from different retailers a little bit less, but keep in mind that you want to be careful where you buy it from, right? Because you don't want to get a knockoff. You want to make sure that you're protected. You want to make sure that you're going to be covered by warranty. You might save 10 bucks here, 20 bucks here, whatever it may be, but that warranty is a key selling point. And I don't know if you go to any mom and pop online store or if it's a knockoff, I don't know if you're going to be covered. So keep that in mind too. Stainless steel metal design, and the weight is 9 ounces. You can feel it. It is a nice substantial tool. It's not the heaviest tool out there, but it doesn't feel like a cheaply made product. The overall length is approximately 6.5 inches, but what I want to show you here is that when it's collapsed, it's about 5 inches, right? It's 5 inches now, and then when you open it, and it drops open, then it comes out to be about 6.5 inches long. So you can have an idea of what the size of the multi-tool is. Let me do this too. When it is closed, you know, from one end to the other, it's about 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit narrower. About 1.5 inches is about right across, and then you can of course open and close it with your hands. You know, the description shows that it's got a number of tools. It in fact lists out 14 tools. You've got the pliers, the wire cutter, the wire crimper. Actually, you can crimp them in the back too, right here. You've got the plain edge knife, the serrated knife, and they're all seated in the housing here. And let me see if I can try to get all these out on camera real fast. And let me splay them out so that we can see a little bit of each tool coming out. Now, one thing you're going to notice, this is a brand new tool, right? I just got this, and because of that, and because of the black on black coating, you can tell a lot of that coating is rubbing off on my hands right now, and I'll show you what my hands look like in just a little bit. But there we got the tool splayed out. Look at that, right? And I'm sure with use, it's gonna be fine. But the initial oiling and the coating on it, it is rubbing off. It could be the oils that are used to lubricate the tools too. But here you can see the various tools that we have. We've got a couple of flatheads. We've got some openers, and you've got the lanyard loop. You've got the Phillips head, and you've got the blade itself for the knife. You got a file here, all right? It's a textured file. You got the serrated teeth here. Now, I just got this. I haven't put any of these tools to use. I'm looking forward to giving them a try. They are locking tools, and I know I've got all my tools splayed out right now, but they are locking. Let me just show you real fast on this side so you get an idea. It is locked, right? There's not a lot of play. And the reason why I wanted to show that is because having locking tools is important for safety. You don't want to be cranking on something or working on something and then have it collapse on you. And how you unlock it, you just simply pull the plastic piece back and then you close it like that, right? And so it's a great, nifty tool. I actually was fascinated by the one-handed design, or the one-handed opening of the MP600, and the fact that the military uses it. It just was a very compelling reason. I'm thinking, okay, let me get this straight. The military uses it. It's got a great warranty. It's got this nifty one-handed opening and closing, you know, and it's got a number of other tools too. And based on that, I thought to myself, okay, this might be the tool that I'm going to get. So this has been good so far, you know, and I'm looking forward to using it. You know, let me just do something really quickly here. I've got electrical wires now. This is a very thick coating and housing, so this may not work. But you know what? Actually, let me do this. Might as well put some of the tools to use, right? So let's see if I can get this open. Right, and I just used the knife, and it's pretty sharp right out of the box. All right, so I've got some electrical wire there. So what I'm going to do is close the knife, and I want to see if I can cut this wire, and let's give it a test. All right, pretty satisfying. Didn't have any problems whatsoever. It clipped it off. It's very basic, you know. I'll try some other reviews or tests on it at a later point, but just for now, being on the fly, why not? So there we have it. This is the Gerber MP600. I think that the black on black looks great, and obviously for military personnel it makes sense. They don't want to pull this out at night and have the light reflect off of it and give away their position. Hence the black on black. But even for an everyday person, it just looks so sleek, you know. And if you're going to spend some money on a product, you should be able to enjoy it, and not only enjoy the way it is used, but also the way it looks. And this is a very sleek looking multi-tool that has a lot of functionality to it. So far, so good. Once I get some use in it, I will update. And thank you for watching this review. If you've got any questions or comments, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. And please subscribe. Thank you very much.